Hello, everybody. This is That Guy Number 10's review of Kaiju Number 8, Arc 1. Non-spoiler for the first part, and I'll get into spoilers later on. So, the first arc of Kaiju Number 8 is Chapter 1 through, I want to say, chapter 30? 31, 30. And it is like, the man that became the kaiju arc. I think it was what we deemed it in the community. But it's what I like most about it is how the man that became a kaiju is literally the most human person in the third division besides Reno Ichikawa, and how the dude who is quite literally a kaiju, like half kaiju, half man, makes the other like defense force candidates become more human through him and his connections to him, and how he influences everybody, and contrasts that with how before he had the kaiju, he was working a dead end job. like like picking yourself up by your bootstraps is kind of like the whole like theme of the first arc, besides like the background like sub parts of it, of him having to like hide it and sparingly use it, and him like kind of getting more used to like having to do things, and the whole like cat and mouse game with him and the defense force. But him, like the contrast between like him, like the Kappa that his team knows versus the Kappa that like was with that Mino knows. I think Mina Ashro knows, is such a big contrast in how he's slowly trying to repair that void that was caused there from him giving up on the defense force, and like him taking in Reno's like advice of like, and his mentality of not giving up on yourself, while he's also giving Reno his like slightly giving everyone the mentality of like, it's okay to not be this infallible being that just slays kaiju all day. Like, you can be human too. And how like that's, I think that like the main reason why the vice captain like even recruits him in the first place. Like, at least that's his explanation to everybody, is like, oh, he's funny. We gotta have this guy because he's funny, and that he's a good guy, right? He has it where it counts, kind of thing. Where that's the reason why the third division keeps him around, because he's like, he's the most human person. They kind of make everybody. He's the morale guy. He's the glue guy for the first. Like, that's how everyone sees him. He's not particularly good at like anything, but when the cans are down and the cards are down, Kafka's gonna at least try. That's more like he's not scared of trying to help people. So that's like the main part of the first arc. To get into some spoilers, I guess you want to say, but the I want to say during the exams, I believe it's the final assessment of the exams, he encounters, or uh, Shimoya is basically acting like, oh, this guy's fucking. So he's like, he's a 31-year-old, all this, hating on my man Kafa Bino, but he sees that this young lady's in trouble, and he's like, all right, bet. The only way I can like help her right now is if I transform in the middle of Defense Force territory. And he goes over there, risks it all for her, defeats the thing that's about to kill her, and turns out that Kaiju number 9 appears. Kaiju number 9 is a parasite kaiju. And what he thinks is going to kill him, he thought he killed him, but, turns out he did not kill him. And the the slight like knowing, hey, like the whole friendship that's built on Shimoya keeping the secret of Kafa, and her getting introduced in this tight knit group of Reno, uh, Kafa, and Shimoya, is it really like the interactions between them and the making a person, not a machine, out of Shimoya is really good. And I do like that the actual character building for a female character. Shots fired at Gege and JJK and Naruto because they can't write good female characters to save their lives. But that being said, um, yeah, just also the introduction to the new recruits in this class being so hyped up, being like, oh, Shimoya's in this class, all these like other people are in this class, and then everyone just forgets about Kaffa, and everyone, I mean, dude, in the first part of the manga, everyone dogpiling on manga, like on Kaffa, and it's just fucking laying into him, being like, oh, he's so weak. Which, don't get me wrong, it is definitely warranted because this dude only releases 1% fucking power in the middle exams, and I think he finishes last in literally every physical event. And like, whenever they're like, yeah, you're not even gonna be an officer candidate, but you'll be a one of the ground guys. You won't be a officer, but you'll be part of the defense force. But him not giving up on himself bears the fruit of you're in the defense force now. So now you can actually start helping people and getting training. Which I think it took him like a month to get 2% power unleash. So that's pretty bad. But this also starts the him arc of Reno Ichikawa. Reno becomes that guy number two. All right, that he is like him and his motivation to stay by Kaffa's side and his eternal friendship to Kaffa is such a like almost brotherly bond of him wanting to get stronger so he doesn't have to transform anymore to protect him is such a like I don't know, it's such a like brotherly thing to do, you know what I mean? And him getting as strong as he does, he's just such a him, and he starts using the freeze bullets. Oh my gosh, he just like him and his interactions with the white spiky hair guy, and that like rivalry that takes place, but also like friendship that also kind of builds through the rivalry. Not friendship. I'd say mostly mutual respect that's born, and just like the brotherhood that like naturally develops through like these kind of military esque like things, and it's just a really good first art like manga. I forgot to say spoilers, Sam. Well, spoilers for like the last like minute 30. I'll probably put it on screen somewhere whenever I do say spoiler. But either way, that has been my review for the first part of the first arc, and I probably need to reread the arc, but just wanted to give my thoughts on it. This might be a little long-winded, and I don't know. We'll see this, but if you are seeing this, shout out, shout out to me and my uncle Tony. Peace.